Like, how surreal would that be? First person voted out and then you win.
They think it's rigged. People would watch it and be like, nah, rigged. Well, I don't care. Hi, I'm David. I'm the first person to ever be voted out on Backyard Survivor. You know, what was my expectation coming into Backyard Survivor the first time? You know, I joined just as part of the cast in the first season. I think you got to 2 or 3 days before and you didn't have enough people. I think people had pulled out. And I said, well, look, you know, I'm free all day. I'm free all weekend. I'll come and I'll play. And I'll play to win. It used to be, well, I think like a Thursday or a Friday night. You know, I would have been, 10 or 11. The whole family would get around and watch Survivor. So yeah, I guess I grew up with, Boston Rob. And then they flew out to Australia and filmed Survivor Australia. So it was a real part of my family upbringing for a long time. And then of course, you go away from something, you grow up, you watch different things. So yeah, to be part of it in Backyard Survivor was a real experience that brought me back in some ways to my childhood. So Rem did call me out as competitive, and I still don't really know why. I came on the day only knowing, one person, Calvin, and then wasn't even with him for the whole thing. I think every tribe had its, strong players and its weak players. Again, I was really voted off too early to ever make some real decisions while playing the game. Of course, the benefit of hindsight, I knew who I liked and who I would have aligned with and who I wouldn't have. But at the time, it was fresh. We had to learn to work together really quickly, and I think we did the best that we could at the time. If I could have picked tribe members, I think some of those ones that made it to the end, Sally won, so having Sally would have been a really good benefit. I think even Emma, she was sort of this, and I think we'll get into this question, but Emma was a real, she blindsided everyone, to turn up and to be as hungover as she apparently was. Apparently, I do wonder if it was a trick to fool us all.
No, I can confirm she was hungover.
Oh, no, okay. How do you play Survivor? There's been enough seasons and enough people played the game that you can take some inspiration from people watching. I can't say that I've watched enough to have been able to do that. So I just went in. I guess I tried to be as authentically David as possible. Again, probably didn't get enough time, and that's why I'm back. I didn't get enough time to show people who I am and what I'm about. Going in this time, am I going to do that? I don't think so. I think maybe I'll have to be a different person to a certain degree. Maybe be a bit tougher. I should never have gone home. I think we all agree. There's so many people that have reached out to me and said that you've been robbed, that it came down to, look, nobody else is going to vote for David, so I will vote for David, that being the vote that took me out of the game. I wish that vote had gone to Matt instead. I think everyone was really nervous that first one. Again, we'd only met each other probably an hour beforehand. I didn't know anything about those people. I was nervous. Deep down, did I think I was going home? No, probably not. I don't think so. It was a shock, the immunity idol coming out so early. That was a shock, and then an even bigger shock to be going home. I think on the day there was a bit of talk about how I was competition, and I'd say, excluding Tamara's vote, that potentially they were just removing the biggest competition while they had the chance.
Great.
I think it comes down to the story that I can tell about myself on the day. I don't have to be, as much as I'm going to be introduced as David from season 1, voted out season 1, I like to think that if I can play up that, look at this pathetic guy voted out season 1, let's keep him around because he's easy, he'll be easy competition. I haven't decided if that's how I'm going to play, but it's a real opportunity, I guess, to hopefully play up that more easy competition. Let's get rid of him later, rather than like this guy's got to go, like I think it was played in season 1. Yeah, I think I'll come across as a threat. If there's a surprise, welcome, a surprise ceremony, welcome to the game, David. I think a lot of people have seen season 1. It was the introduction to Backyard Survivor. They know who I am. I think I could be seen as a bit of a threat. Yeah. So someone's washing their car. Do you guys want to move?
Yes. Yeah, great.
So a couple of minutes later, and we're under this beautiful tree, just about 30 meters from where we were just then. I think at the beginning, a lot of people have seen the first episode, season 1, Backyard Survivor. So I think, there will be a bit of a threat. This guy knows what's up. He knows how to play. But hopefully that'll disappear quickly and we can get into some challenges and I can sort of show people that I'm worth keeping around, as opposed to last year, or last time, sorry. So seeing that immunity idol at the first tribal council was a real shock. I think we were all shocked, but to see it so early, when Emma pulled it out, she obviously thought she was going, and just wanted to make sure she was going to stay. I was surprised. I would have held on to it much later, but had I had it at the time, I probably would have used it. Yeah, if I had found the idol that early in the game, like I think I said earlier, we were all so scared to be going home. Nobody wanted to be the first one out. I probably would have played it. I think nobody wants to be the first person out. Somebody had to be the first person out, but I didn't take it too personally. The gross food challenge, I rewatched it recently, and like Weet-Bix, I love Weet-Bix. Vegemite, I hate Vegemite. I'm surprised I even made it through that first round. The mayonnaise, asparagus, and yogurt. I remember on the day, I sort of liked it. And this, I'm sure people would go like, this guy's, what's wrong with this guy? But I quite liked it, and I could see, I finished it off way, I think I was ahead of almost everybody. And then that third one, sardines, I watched it back and I could see that point. I remember it vividly where I almost just lost everything, and it all came up. And I think that, that split second, it's like, well, do I vomit or can I keep it down? Is unfortunately what lost me that round. To turn and go, good luck, and then just go and look at something else and just to hand out. No, I felt, watching back, it's like, oh my God, I was so rude, but it was out of my field of vision. I hope she knows I didn't do it on purpose. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have done it on purpose and psyched her out. In the end, it didn't psych her out. She won, so that's that. I think the one regret I had was probably, I think if I had come in and I had just written the narrative for the team, pushed in, been the leader of the team, I hopefully would have been able to sort of cement myself in the team, and I wouldn't have gone home that day. I think that's, especially in the early part of the game, that's the way to win. I think is getting in there, trying to gain influence and get some people around you, whether they're strong players or not strong players. I don't think it really matters early on in the game. It's just being that presence, being that that person that's going to save you, especially in the early game, before I think then branching off to be a really strong competitor later on. I think people that are that come across as genuine and honest, that you can talk to them and you can sort of lean them in a direction you want them to go, and they're not going to turn around and stab you in the back. I think those are the people you want. Of course, strong competitors, but then you never know what sort of challenge you're going to get. So you can't go for the the fittest, strongest, buffest person. I think as long as you can talk to them and they're going to just be honest with you, I think that's who you want surrounding yourself, especially at the beginning anyway. I think in a game like Survivor especially, there's some big, strong personalities that can take over. I tend to sometimes want to be that personality, so I can clash with people like that. But maybe this coming into season 4, maybe that's something I need to do, is grab onto some strong personalities and be a strong team with them. I'm not too sure. I haven't decided. Especially early on in the game, if you can build a common enemy around somebody who didn't perform well in a challenge, or look at the attitude, or look at the energy they're bringing to the tribe. I think that's a way to again build up a circle. And unfortunately, but it's it's a game, and target somebody to get rid of them. See, I'm not a competitive person. I think if everyone's winning, then then I'm winning. But this is different. You know, I was robbed in season 1. I'm back in season 4 to win, and it would mean a lot. Look, the odds of me going home first, I think, are statistically low. I just need to make sure that I'm getting in there, and we're going to win that first challenge. So I don't even need to I don't even need to risk going to tribal council and being voted that first one out. So I think we can do that. Otherwise, I just need a strong circle of people around me, and then I'll have to target someone else because I'm not going home first. I refuse to. If I'm voted out first this time, I'm going to be upset. I don't know if you've had tears on a Backyard Survivor episode. I can't say I've watched and had tears, but I'll give you guys tears. I'll make sure. I might be voted out first, but I'm going to go out in style, and I'm going to be. You remember that guy that cried in season 4? Yeah, I'll be that guy. Look, I think it's a natural thing to want to make a comeback, especially, you know, the number of people that said that I was robbed in that first episode, that I shouldn't have gone home. You know, I want to come back and show them. You know, I might not have done too well in season 1, but I'm back season 4, and I'm going to do really well. I'm going to compete, and I'm going to get further than the first episode at least.
You get voted out first again. Would you come back for a third time?
So voted out season 1, voted out season 4. Would I come back a third time? Oh, gee, I would. But I'd be causing trouble. I'll come back and I will have a vengeance. And my tribe members, nah, they're not too bad. It's you two boys. You'll be in trouble. You'll be in real trouble. So I think, you know, watching it back, you get a real sense of how everyone else is playing, and, you know, being able to see what happens and what gets said in those confessional rooms really makes you understand why people are playing, how they're playing, or what people are doing, or again, with the benefit of hindsight, just who was on your team and who wasn't. So yeah, I think that's really interesting. So if someone else was coming back with me, you know, I lived with Calvin. It would be great to catch up and see Calvin again in the game. Rem made it very far. He saw me as competition. I think rather than being, you know, not aligned like we were in season 1, you know, we can come together and be the returnees and make it really far. People I wouldn't want to see return. I think some of those people that stabbed me in the back. I mean, I said earlier that I wasn't holding a grudge, but, you know, deep down, I think maybe there is just a little bit. So some of those the people in my tribe, in the Bombora tribe. Look, I think if there's one thing I'm here to prove, it's that I'm not the guy that, you know, turned up and then got kicked out and then couldn't eat sardines fast enough. You know, I'm a serious competitor. I'm a serious player in this game, and I think coming back, I'll hopefully be able to prove that. You know, I'm in it to win it, and I'm gonna win it. I'll still have fun along the way, but I'm gonna win it, I think. You know, it was a surprise to watch parts of season 2 and see my housemate Tennille join the competition in season 2. So yeah, I would love, you know, to have Calvin, Tennille, and David, you know, all back together in a tribe. Maybe it'd be too much like history repeating itself, but I think that would be fun. Look, as you know, tantalizing as it is, or as you know, as good as it is to have an idol in the game, I think, you know, I'm not going to spend all my time looking for idols. I'd rather spend my time, you know, building up a team of players around me, you know, strong players, you know, a team of good, you know, good people and good players around me. I think that's going to give me more, you know, in the long run, than, you know, a single, you know, than immunity in one competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm happy. Cool. Yeah,
but I'll take, you know, if I find it, I'll take it. You know, I'm not going to go, I don't want this, I'll give it to somebody else. No, that's mine. But yeah, you won't see me rummaging around in the dirt when I could be building alliances.